Hey, how's everybody doing today? After interesting weekend of games and a interesting interview last night with Joel Soper and Dan Field. It was it was pretty interesting. They can't find two games you sent. Istanbul Basaksehir Turkey League, Super League, and Palmeiras, Brazil. Uh, they should win.
Got people texting you for plays already.
Yeah, man. He says he
Show's not even started.
can't find the Basaksehir and Palmeiras game, and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's in Turkey and Brazil. I can't help you. I don't know.
I saw them. They're there.
In front of me. What's that?
I can confirm. I saw them on the board today.
And then I got these like high school girls soccer coaches up in arms over my recent rankings, and they don't call me. They call the other guy, the guy from the other paper. And
oh my god,
why don't they just call? Why don't they just text me? I don't give my number out though, so.
I didn't know you ranked the teams.
Oh yeah, well, there's a Mercer County tournament coming out.
Oh wow,
this week, so I have to use one. Which do I like most, Palmeiras or Basaksehir? I think I'm gonna go Palmeiras.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of those two, stronger team playing well right now. Basaksehir has to worry about Conference League and things like that. Same with Sivaspor. Sivaspor always plays them tough though. Like I think Basaksehir won the last two, and then they've drawn like 7 straight before that.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, these games. Just looking back, I don't even remember what we had on the weekend. I know did you take Manchester United?
You know, I didn't take them, but it's a great day because your United won and Liverpool lost, and we couldn't ask for a better way to start a Monday.
That's correct. Always a good way. West Ham won pretty easily. I gave that out. The Palace Leeds game was pretty good. Yeah, Palace Leeds was pretty good. I thought the United game was actually like, I was on Twitter saying, "Oh, it was an interesting game." I thought it was actually pretty exciting game, to be honest. I mean, usually when I'm watching the game, like I'm like all about United, and I'm like, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, man, this is actually a pretty decent. Like, if you're just like a neutral and don't hate either team, like, it's actually a pretty decent game to watch.
I want Man United to do well. I don't like them, but I want them to do well because I want to be able to trust them when I place a bet on them. I was off them yesterday because I don't trust them. And even when Everton scored the first goal in the first 5 minutes, I was like, here we go again. But
Saturday Saturday was crazy because Leicester, I mean, they're in control of that game and just absolutely blew it in the second half. I have no idea how they lost that game. They are absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
And they'll be, if Nottingham Forest gets anything today, they'll be back in last. The matches from, man, I hate how I don't understand why this does this. Chelsea won easily. Wolves are in a lot of trouble. City won easily. Newcastle, I was dead on about that. This team, they're back, and I know Foxy's talking about. Guimaraes had a couple goals. Almiron scored. They're going to be a very good team going forward the rest of the year.
9 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, they're going to be. I think they're going to be tough to handle. They're going to spend in the winter as well, and then
and they're not even fully healthy yet, too.
Yeah, it's a little
missing some guys.
Yeah, it's a little scary, to be honest.
I don't think ASM even played in that game, did he?
Who's that?
What's his name? The ASM there.
Oh no, I don't think he did.
Max at midnight.
Alan St. Maximin. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he came off the. I don't think they needed him really.
Yeah, no, they didn't need him, but I don't think he even got this. I don't think he was ready to play. But that's just even better for Newcastle because now when they go against a tougher team, hopefully he'll be back.
Oh no, he did. He came in the 78th minute.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah,
Get that last 10
got
minutes.
him a little. Yeah, got him a little game time, and then Conti terrible finds a way to. They got to go. They got to go in the first half, and then just basically hung on for dear life for 80 minutes or 70 minutes. Absolutely brutal. Real Madrid. I mean, geez, like same thing with them, man. Every game is like,
Yeah, they're not playing well lately. That was another one. They scored one goal in the first 5 minutes and then just held on.
Yeah. Yep. Militao. Third. Yeah. Exactly.
Because I think they're trying to conserve their energy, I guess, for these last few Champions League matches. So they figure if we can take the lead, we can just defend it away.
They play Barcelona this weekend on Sunday. I got tickets. I got AC Milan big win over Juventus. I got tickets for this fan fest on Sunday in Philly. I'm not sure if I'm going to go because there's a lot of games at the same time, and I don't really like people.
Same.
PSG 0-0. Marseille lost. I mean,
Marseille's a joke, man. Like that was so.
They'll win. They'll win on Tuesday, though. But
yeah, because they played nobody in that match. Like they, oh my god, such a bad. I think they were resting for the Sporting match too. That might have been what they were doing.
Yeah, definitely. It's just there's not a lot of games, and I do kind of want to save the Champions League stuff for tomorrow. I think last week, we kind of talked a little bit about it on Monday, and then there's not as much stuff on Tuesday to talk about. But any of these, Nottingham Forest plays Villa, Elche plays Mallorca. I didn't, where are they? These two teams on the table. Not very high, I would guess.
Elche, yeah, I think they're near the bottom.
They're last. Mallorca has 8 points. Yeah. Let me actually take a look at that because I don't know how good. I'm not sure how good Mallorca is, but Elche is not good, and you can get Mallorca at plus 155. I know last week I think Elche played on Monday as well. These are going to be the Monday games from now on. Apparently, Elche and Nottingham Forest, the two bums of the league, is going to be playing a lot. But
that's how they're doing it. The good old Mondays.
Fiorentina plays Lazio. I said, but the Başak Sahir, Trabzonspor, and Kasimpasa.
Yeah, honestly, there's better matches in the smaller leagues today than
Athletic Football, Palmeiras. Yeah, some of the leagues here. Cluj plays Arad. I don't trust Cluj at all.
No.
And then Singapore women play Indonesia women. Probably not bet that. Any of these games off the bat here, it's kind of look like something you might play.
No, not really. I Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa, I want nothing to do with these.
I don't want to bet that game at all.
Nottingham Forest has lost 5 straight now, but Aston Villa is not any better. Aston Villa has really tightened up their defense, so they're not giving up any goals now. But Nottingham Forest can't score goals. So, if anything, I would lean to Aston Villa, but the game could draw, or it could be 0-0, or maybe it could be 3-2. Who knows with these two garbage piles?
Foxy said he couldn't stop winning on Saturday, and he couldn't stop losing on Sunday. So
yeah, see, that's usually how it works. When you have the big day, then you give it all back the next day.
Sometimes I'll just say, you know what, I'm not going to.
That's what I try to do, right? After a big day, then you pick 2 or 3, and you're like, even if I lose, I'm not losing the weekend.
That's right. These games. I know. I looked at Brazil. Palmeiras is minus now 160, which isn't fantastic. That's a that's a little bit high, to be honest with you. I don't know if
I don't do it often, but I don't like to take the -1 on the road. I would lay the price for Palmeiras just because that's they're in such good form right now. And Atletico Go is not good. If you look at the goal differential too, Atletico Go is -17 and Palmeiras is +32. So
Palmeiras -1 on the Asian handicap, about +115. That's actually probably a pretty good play there. Because even if it's one, you get you just get your money back.
yeah. Even Santos, like Juventude is awful, especially on the road. They don't score goals. I didn't really look into it. I don't know how Santos has been playing lately, but I think they've been all right. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now. But Santos is one because that's another one where I think you can get the -1 probably right around even money.
They lost to MG last time out.
You know what?
International, the game before that.
Those are two tough teams that
They beat
had to play.
Atletico PR. They lost to Palmeiras. They lost to Sierra. They lost to Goiás.
Well, like, look at those last 4 matches. You had to play the best team in Brazil. Then you had to play one of the teams in Copa Libertadores, the number 2 team in Brazil, and Atletico Mineiro, who won the league last year. I know they're not playing great right now, but still, that's a bit of a tough stretch right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably lay off that game.
Yeah. Probably
this game, Aston Villa even money, it's interesting, but I don't know how good they are.
I think they're the better team from a talent perspective, but we haven't seen it. They're starting to play better on defense, so I could see them keeping this a low-scoring game with them being on the road here. But at the same time, like, I don't trust Nottingham to score either. I think that's why maybe the under might be a play. But at the same time, like, does Nottingham Forest maybe get a win here? They've lost 5 straight, and they're not just going to lose forever.
It's interesting. Yeah, Forrester draw is -120. Steven Gerrard's a terrible manager.
And Aston Villa just played a match on the road where, the Leeds got a red card fairly early, and they couldn't get the job done. They came away with a 0-0 draw when they probably should have squeaked a goal out at least.
I looked at the Lazio game. Serie A once again. Lazio +210, and they are much higher in the table, but they're on the road, and they only have 1 loss. Fiorentina's only won twice this year. Only scored 7 goals in 8 games. Lazio has 17 goals and only allowed 5. And they go into this game, and Lazio is a +210 in this game. That game, to me, kind of looks like I wouldn't throw a lot of money on this game, but I might take a shot, maybe $20 on Lazio. I think they're a much better team right now, so it'd be interesting to see how that game plays out.
Yeah, they're definitely the better team, but I don't know. I can't trust them on the road. Like, we talked about this in their Europa League game, how they were not to be trusted. They were this -120 favorite, or close to that anyway, on the road in Sturm Graz. And Sturm Graz came away with the 0-0 draw there. So, it's really tough to say. I don't like this Fiorentina team. I don't think they're that good. Like, I know they're in the Conference League, but I actually think they're probably worse than what they finished last year.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just both teams play on Thursday. It's a weird one. It looks like both are going to have their lineups. I think they're both at home for Thursday too, so they don't need to really travel anywhere after this game. But yeah.
Just it's interesting. I mean, these are just the look-ahead lines for Tuesday. Again, not going to really talk about too much, but I'm not sharing the screen. That's why. Like, where's all the games? Oh yeah. Screen. Like, where's all the games here? So these are the look-ahead lines. So all that work I was doing, clicking on stuff, man, never worked. I have Santos to win at home as the last leg of a 7-leg game parlay, not worth cashing out, so I'm risking it. All right.
They should win that, Foxy. I think they got to win that one. Juventude's crap. Like, they're going to be relegated for sure.
Yeah. Just the games tomorrow. I know AC Milan, Chelsea's probably the game you're going to be watching, the 3:00 game, and then you got Haifa, Juventus early game, Copenhagen City early game. No one wants to watch City. PSG Benfica, Shakhtar Real Madrid. Interesting, Real Madrid is minus 275. Holland is not human. That is correct.
Yes, that is a fact. Nothing new with that statement. Just classic truth.
And then, Wednesday, Napoli, Ajax, and Inter, Barcelona. A big game for Barcelona at home. Probably need to win that. Sporting Marseille, blah, 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 blah. Tottenham now minus 205 at home against Eintracht Frankfurt. I don't know why they would be that 205 against anybody at this point. They're just every game is like going to be just terrible watching. You're talking about sweating out stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So did you look at the football game tonight?
Yes, I did.
So the Chiefs are up to 7-point favorites against the Raiders at home, which I think is a little high, to be honest with you. Especially after the way the Raiders played last week. Man City to score over 3.5 versus Copenhagen. Yeah, maybe I want to see who they take first. They should. Well, I mean, Bill said Chiefs all day. I want to see who they take to the game first. Holland, because, players could stay. There's really no need they're going to win this group easily. So, and they could probably win the game easily with their second team. So, 1-0, 2-0, whatever. So I would just wait till tomorrow. We'll be on during that, and then we'll, when the lineup comes out, and we'll kind of say, hey, listen, here's what you should probably do at this point. But if he starts a full strength lineup, yeah, probably. But I just have a feeling, that he's not going to. So that's just my guess. But I don't think he needs to take his whole squad to Denmark. I think he could maybe sit them home. Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns is plus money. Game props. Player passing. Let's see. Mahomes over 279. Yeah, wow. Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns is plus 135. Wow. I mean, I don't think Las Vegas is going to stop Kansas City. I think this is going to be like a high-scoring game. But
I don't think Kansas City's going to stop Las Vegas either.
Yeah, like who knows? These primetime games are crazy. I didn't even see the Panthers fire Matt Rule.
Oh, really? Did that just happen?
Yeah, it just happened 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, there must be a notification on my phone. It's not near me right now, but it's definitely there.
The Thursday night game was an atrocity. We've already talked about that.
Did you see this week's Thursday night game?
No.
It's the Bears and the Commies. Like, who wants to watch the Bears and the Commies?
Man, that's just.
And then they want people to buy Amazon Prime for that.
That's the problem.
Come on.
That's the problem. You can't have those games. And the Sunday night game is Cowboys Eagles 4-0 against 5-1. The Monday night game is Broncos Chargers, which
best division in football, that NFC East. Who would have thought?
It's
4-1 Giants, 4-1 Cowboys, 5-0 Eagles, and then obviously the comments.
The Bills play the Chiefs.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they're putting some of these better games in these late window here. It seems like they're only putting a couple games in that late window. Like the first game is the Panthers and Rams. That game's terrible. Cardinals Seahawks terrible, and then the Bills and Chiefs. Those two games are things. So the Bills Chiefs will be the game everybody's watching on CBS. I think it'll be interesting.
I'd rather watch that game than my Cardinals play the crappy Seahawks.
Packers are trash, AB. I agree. Maybe the Giants are really good, but I don't think so.
They're in a foreign country. You can't fault them too much for that, I don't think. But then again,
they almost – yeah, go ahead.
They almost lost at home to Bailey Zappi the week before. So
yeah. It's just I don't even know some of these lines are crazy. I just don't know. Like NFL's hard, man. I just know tonight. I think the points, the over under is only 51.5. I say only, but like that seems like it's a little low. And some of these game props are interesting. So.
I think the over is a good play because, like you said, like the Raiders' defense isn't going to stop the Chiefs. But at the same time, look at what the Chiefs have done, right? So I think last week's game was a perfect example. You had the Buccaneers who have a terrible offense. Like Tom Brady doesn't look the same. He's got no one to throw to. They're struggling to put 20 points up a game, and he puts 31 on the Chiefs' defense. I know they had to come back in that game, but at the same time, how come the Chiefs can't be like the Bills and just, let's hold the team 38-3? Like, why do you gotta make the game that close and let them back in it? So I think there's problems on the Chiefs defense. And I could see this game going to over 100%.
Yeah, that guy rules like way over his head. He should have probably been fired last year. They kind of, they brought Baker Mayfield in, and that division's not great, and they're 1-4, and they just kind of blew it. I think it's too late for them to turn around, but who knows? But I think it's probably should have just made the change, but they didn't, and now they know, and now they're out of it. But these games, I don't know. I think a lot of them are tough to play. We got hockey. We got hockey starting tomorrow night. Did you know?
Yeah, I love it. Well, it started on Friday with my crappy Sharks in Prague, but like, who cares about those games? I don't want to bet on a team in a foreign country like that. First game of the season.
Who won those games?
The Predators won both. So get this: the NHL season, technically for everybody else, the NHL season starts tomorrow, and the Predators are 2-0. Number one team in the NHL overall.
They used to do that with baseball at time. They would do those games in Japan, and they were like it was like a week before the rest of the game. I mean, half these teams don't even start till Thursday. It's crazy. Like, I mean,
some people were telling me the season starts Saturday, which tells me the Leafs probably don't play till then because I know the season starts Tuesday.
There's teams that don't even start till like Thursday, Friday. So there's two games tomorrow night, the Lightning and Rangers.
It's going to be a good
rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals, Vegas and LA Kings. A lot of people think Vegas is going to be a lot better. And then, Wednesday there's 5 games. So that's only, what, 7? That's only 14 teams. So 2 of them are out playing. So that's half the league doesn't even play Tuesday or Wednesday. So, some teams are not. I have this on the.
I think the NHL must have partnered with the MLS schedule makers recently.
Brutal, man. Brutal. And then Thursday, there's, everybody, the rest of the teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thursday, there's 10 games. So,
the Leafs open the season with Washington. Like, what kind of game is that? Where's the Montreal-Ottawa game? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no. Like, Flyers play the Devils. That's interesting. Buffalo, Ottawa. Yeah, it's
Pittsburgh plays the Coyotes. Like, why do you want to open your season in Arizona? You're not even in the same conference together. That makes no sense. Who made this schedule?
MLS.
The MLS, man. That's what you get for partnering with the MLS NHL.
MLNHLS.
Oh God.
Yeah, but so there's going to be listen, we'll obviously Amedeus is up there in Canada, so
we live and breathe the sport up here.
Yeah, so we'll start mixing in some hockey stuff as well. We're gonna have some news for you. Look, just kind of wanted to jump on today. There's not a lot of games once again. Mondays aren't great until we start getting to the end of next month. It's gonna start picking up obviously, but we'll start throwing in some hockey. Obviously a little football on Mondays.
NBA's next week.
NBA, it's crazy, man. And NCAA basketball. I'm a big basketball guy. We'll have some news for you. I don't know what the deal is going to be. There's going to be some stuff. So there's going to be some moving parts. I don't know what the deal is with this show. Might move because we might be doing a 2-hour show all over the country, something like this. I have some more information for you later in the week, but we're gonna have some moving parts here. We're gonna be able to maybe take some calls and some stuff. And
it's gonna be like one of those.
It might. We're trying to work through it today. I got to talk to the guy later in the afternoon, but I think he said more about people are gonna be able to send in like here, how you ask questions, maybe. I think it's easier just here on the group chat, to be honest. But if you want to, maybe we could try to figure it out and maybe get some calls on the air. But yeah, it should be good. But we'll know a little bit more later. But and then there's a possibility maybe them doing weekend stuff. So we'll keep you posted. That'll probably be after my high school season ends, closer to the World Cup, maybe the weekend stuff after. But there's some stuff. There's some stuff in the works. Trying to keep you guys and ladies, if you're listening, I don't know, maybe geoengineering or one of these people is who knows. I feel like I don't have a lot of ladies listening, but we'll have to change that.
Yeah, maybe not to our show. I feel like there's a lot who listen probably maybe to other shows and stuff like that. It all depends, right? Like we do soccer. I know my mom, for example, is big into other sports and things like that. So she'll watch some of the Max Wagers Network show on football and basketball and stuff like that. But she's not going to be caught dead watching the soccer show because A, she has no interest in it, and B, she has me if she ever wants to play a soccer thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like how people always text you. I'm the same way. I got all my friends always ask, what's your football plays today? What's the soccer play today?
Everybody texts me, but except for the coaches.
Yeah. Maybe we get Matt Rule on the show.
We don't need losers, man. We want winners on this show. What kind of odds on Draymond Green knocking somebody out in the regular season? I think, Jim Bob, that's probably like you can't even get odds. It's probably like it's like the probability is like 100%, like it's happening. Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy is like crazy. I don't know what the deal is. Do they have let me see if they have preseason NBA. I don't think they have the regular season odds yet. They just have oh yeah, they do. Lakers and Warriors. It's crazy that the basketball starts next week. I feel like it's supposed to start in November, like not October. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I know college basketball starts like the first week of November. I mean, it's just like, and it's not like there's 2 games opening night, and then the next night there's like 500 games. Like everybody plays.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. You pick the 2 best games to get the audience.
9, 10, 11, 12 games the next night. So,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and then the Bucks play the Sixers. So the Sixers start off with the Celtics and the Bucks, the two teams probably the best favored to come out of the East. But yeah, there's going to be so we will listen if you want to talk about basketball or college basketball or football or college football or whatever, just let us know. I mean, leave us the things here, and we'll get in. Obviously, there's starting to be the Wednesday games now, Thursday games, Friday. There's games. College is every night now, basically.
Is the action starting soon?
I think next week. I think it starts. I think it starts.
They're notorious for like the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday games.
Mac Tuesdays. Let's see. Tuesday. Oh no, it doesn't start till November. That's weird. So November 1st. So 3 weeks away still. I thought that was earlier than that. There's 2 games Tuesday, 2 games Wednesday. So yeah, starting November 1st, every game basically is Tuesday, Wednesday, and then like Thanksgiving week. I always thought it was earlier than that, but it's not. So
I guess they still probably have maybe some non-conference games and things like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, so basically so tomorrow we'll be here. Just wanted to jump on today quickly and talk a little bit of stuff. But we'll be here tomorrow and talking Champions League and all that other stuff. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. And nobody's asking what the best play is today, so I don't.
There isn't one.
Bill was probably right. Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns, and maybe the Chiefs. I'll bet it down to 6, maybe, or 6.5. But all right, so that's the show for today, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We might be a little bit late. I'm coming from the doctors, but we should be all right. So, all right, have a good day.